So hello everyone, welcome to Triaright. This is Pack 365. Myself Sujit. So in this session, we are going to learn the binary file access mode that's available in our file handling. So guys, as of now, we are dealing with our text file, means the data that's available in a text file in the form of our character. But in case of our binary file, the data or the content that's available in a file that might be present in case of our bytecode. Then how we can use this to handle this file handling, we are trying to see now. So guys, first we are trying to understand what is the different type of access mode that's available. So in our binary file, we have three options. Okay, first one called our RB. Okay, what is this RB? Means read binary. Then next one will be called our WB, write binary, and the last one called our append binary. Okay, so these are the three important access mode that's available in case of our binary file. So now we are first try to understand through an example, then only we are try to write all the theoretical point. Okay, so guys, just see, every time whenever we are try to dealing with our file handling, means first we need to open, then we are try to perform some operation, then we need to close. So every time we are try to doing the same thing repeated time. So to overcome with this, we have one more option to open a file. Okay, so if I try to open a file or closing a file in at a once, then we have a keyword called our with keyword. Okay, by the help of our with keyword, we can open and close the file at once. Means if I try to use this with keyword, then at that time you don't need to write your close function. Okay, means by the help of our with keyword, it will be automatically closed. Means if you try to write your with keyword, it will be automatically close your file. You don't need to come and you don't need to explicitly close that particular things. Okay, so how to do that, we are try to see now. Okay, so we are try to see all the example related to our binary file. Okay, so first we are try to take a binary data. Okay, so as of now I just try to create a binary. Okay, so whenever I'm just try to create a binary, make sure that in the previously first you need to specify B. Means B will represent that the data that you want to store into a variable that will be treated like a binary. Okay, so now as of now I just want to take a text, then only we can try to take our PDF, then we have our images and all. Okay, images, video, these are our treated like a binary file only. Okay, so now, so first the access mode will be, we are try to write our WB, means our write binary. So I want to write the content inside this. Okay, because we don't have any data. Okay, I have tried to doing with the example also. First I need to understand how it process will going to work. Okay, because we have already know how to read the file, how to write a file. That's why I'm directly come to our write a file only. Okay, so how to do that write a file, but in this case we are try to use our with keyword to open a file. Okay, every time we know that first we need to open a file, then we need to perform some operation. So here first I need to use our with keyword, then followed by our open function. Okay, so here I'm just try to open a file. Okay, so as of now I have only three text file. Okay, but now my requirement will be, I want to create my binary file. So here I'm just try to use my WB, means our write binary. Means we know that whenever we try to create a file that's not available, or we can say that if I try to open a file, that file will be not available in our particular directory, then if I try to use your write access mode, then it will be created. So now I'm just try to do the same thing. So here I'm just try to take sample.bin because I want to create as through an binary file. So after that, here I need to specify that I need to use my write binary. Okay, so previously whenever we are trying to write our open function, we need to store that. So now we are trying to use our aliasing. So here to aliasing means, for this operation we are trying to store the object in this as keyword. Okay, so here I am just trying to keep a name as file object. Okay, after that my requirement will be I want to add this data in this sample.bin, because as of now we don't have any sample.bin, because of we are using this wb, because the wb is nothing but it is the combination of our write access mode and the binary. Okay, so now how to use that? So here I need to write file object dot write. Whenever we are trying to add some content or add some data into a existing file, then in that case we have two options. Either we can use write or we can use write line. So here I'm just trying to add one line. That's why here I'm trying to use that write. Okay, so here I need to pass a string. So the string I am storing in the form of our data. Okay, now if I try to run this one, so guys just see, as of now I don't have any sample.bin, but after the file will be executed, one file will be created that is called our sample.bin. So guys, now you can ask me, sir, you are telling that the data that present in our bytecode, it will be formatted in our bytecode, but we can read that particular thing, but we cannot read the bytecode, right? So how to open that? Now we are trying to see. So guys, just see here I am trying to keep a image of an Rohit Sharma. Okay, so now we know that this image will be treated like a binary file. Okay, now if I'm trying to open this image, now if I'm trying to read that content, how the output will come, now we are trying to see now. Okay, so I'm just trying to comment this thing. Okay, now my requirement will be I want to open a example, or we can say that open a image. So the image will be formatted like our binary file. Okay, so how to open a file? By the help of our with keyword, then you need to use your open function. Here you need to provide your file name. Okay, so guys just see, as of now if I try to provide your directly, if you are try to provide your file name, it's okay. Okay, but in this case we are trying to see how to paste your file path also. Okay, first I need to show by through the directly file name, then only I need to show that. Okay, so guys, now my requirement will be I want to read the data. So at that time I just want to use my read binary. Okay, so after that I need to store in a particular variable. So here I'm trying to create a variable called our f object. So now I need to, whatever the data I am getting from this open function, I need to store in my variable called f object. Now I need to read their data. So guys, if I try to read the data that's available in this image, so guys just see the output, then only you can create a note point on that how the bytecode will going to work in our day-to-day life. Okay, so guys, now if I'm trying to read that, then we cannot read. So guys, for one image, guys just see it will be created thousand of bytecode, means these each are will be treated like a bytecode. Whenever I'm trying to call that this is bytecode, it will be starting with our b. If you see here also, it will be starting with our b only. Okay, so this is the small example related to our binary file. Okay, now we have already completing with our write binary and our read binary. The next one will be I want to create our append binary, because we know that append is also too useful to our write the data. But because in the previously we have already seen whenever we are trying to use the append method. Okay, now we are trying to use the same thing. Okay, so here I am just trying to take this sample.bin, and here I am just trying to use my append.binary. Okay, how the things will be happen, we are trying to see now. Okay, so here I am just trying to use with open, and here I need to take my file name as sample.bin. Okay, sample.bin as, but here I need to use my access mode that is called our append binary. After that I need to store in a file object. After storing I need to write some data, extra write some data. So here I'm just trying to write f object. Okay, so f object dot write, here I need to write some data. Okay, but make sure that that data will be must be in the form of our binary, because we are trying to use our binary access mode. So here I'm just trying to add that append data. Okay, so guys, just see the output. Okay, as of now in the sample.bin we have hello world. Okay, now if I'm trying to run this one, so guys, just see the output, then only you can get a clear picture on that. So as of now we are not printing anything, that's why it will be not giving any output. But whenever I'm come here, so guys, just see here, it will be not deleting the data, it will be adding the extra data that I'm just trying to add. Okay, so this is the small example related to our binary file using our different access mode. Okay, so now we're trying to write some theoretical point. Then after writing the theoretical point, now we're trying to see a coding programming that might be asked you in your interview. Okay, so the first point that related to our binary file will be we used, okay, we used binary access mode to deal with our bytecode. Okay, so if I try to dealing with our bytecode, then only in that case we are try to use this binary access mode. Okay, we can just manipulate the data, but we cannot create. Okay, so guys, just see, if I'm trying to create the data, then manually we need to print that, but we cannot possible to create the data. Then how you can possible to create a image? So guys, it is not possible due to showing the property how the things will going to happen. That's why I'm just try to take a string, but it is not possible to create the binary file. Means, can you create any video without any equipment? No guys, right? This is why. So the next point, we can just manipulate. Okay, we can just manipulate the data, but we cannot, okay, we cannot create, okay, we cannot create the binary data. We cannot create the binary data. Then there are three different access mode that's available. So the next point, there are three different access mode that present, okay, that present in binary file. So these are first one called our read binary. Okay, so guys, these are the same as compared to our whenever we try to dealing with our text file. Okay, that's why I'm don't try to give the same point again and again. That's why I'm just try to mention all the different access mode. Okay, so the access mode are, the first one will be read access mode. Okay, so read binary. Then the second one will be write binary. Okay, write binary. Then the third one will be our append binary. Okay, so append binary. So these are the different type of access mode that's available in case of our binary file. Okay, so now we are trying to understand a interview related question that might be asking. So the question will be, write a program to create a image of to taking another image address. Means my requirement will be, I want to create this Rohit Sharma image to another file. Means we are just try to take another, we are just try to take another reference of that, then only we can get a clear picture on that. Okay, so how it going to happen, each and everything we are trying to see now. Okay, so how to do that? First we are trying to write a coding question. Okay, write a program to create, okay, so write a program to create a image of another image reference, another image reference using Python file handling. Okay, in the interview they might be asked, means I just want to take the object reference. So how we can take each and everything we are trying to see now. Okay guys, so come to our things. Okay, first we know that whenever we are trying to dealing with our any binary file, we cannot create, but we can manipulate the data. So same thing we are trying to do. So first we are trying to read the data. Okay. So how to read the data? Now we are trying to see now. So whenever we are trying to read the data, first we need to open the file. So here, if I'm trying to open a file, now we are trying to use the with keyword followed by the open function. So here we are trying to take the file object address. Okay, we are not typing the manually the file name, we are trying to take the address of the file. So first we need to come to our file, or we can say that folder. So my requirement will be I want to take this image. So right click on that and come to our property. Okay. After come to our property, you can see a location file. Okay. So now you need to copy the entire things. Okay. Now after clicking, or we can say that copy the entire thing in the single inverted comma, you need to paste. Okay. After you paste, you need to change all the backward slash to our forward slash. If you are not keeping the forward slash, what is the demerit we are trying to see now? So as of now, we can get up to this file. Also, I need this image. So that's why here I need to use my forward slash called our images. Okay. So make sure that the file name must be same. So here I need to write images.webp. Okay. After that, now if I'm trying to store this one file object. Okay. Now, if I'm trying to create a empty block, okay. Now, if I'm trying to run this one, so guys, just see the output, okay. As of now, it will be give you the error, that syntax error. Unicode error means Unicode escape. Unicode expect that you cannot decode bytecode in the position, means every time you cannot use this backward slash. So every, if you see here also escape means you need to change that particular backward slash to forward slash. So comes to every backward slash and converted into our forward slash. Okay, so guys, just see. Now if I'm trying to run this one, still it will be not completing. That's why I'm trying to write entire code, then only I need to understand one more time. Okay, so guys, now my requirement will be I want to take this image reference. So right now I need to read the data. So here we are trying to use read binary. Okay, after we are trying to read the binary, first we need to collect the data. So here I am trying to create a variable, and here I need to store all the data that I'm getting. So file object dot read. Okay, if I'm trying to run this one, all the bytecode will be stored in our data. Okay, data variable. So now my requirement will be after taking the object, or we can say that image reference, I want to create another image, and I will be giving the image name also. So at that time we are trying to write the data. Okay, so here I'm just trying to use the with open. So every time we are just trying to open a file, then only we need to perform some operation. So here also we are trying to doing the same thing. So with open. So after that, here I need to create a image file name. So here I am passing rohit.webp. Okay, now here I need to specify which type of access mode that you are trying to use. So here I am trying to use WB because I want to write the content that I am trying to store in my data variable. Okay, so here I am trying to use as our file object, or we have already take the file object. So now we are trying to take the right file object. Okay, now after this we are just try to add this data with the help of our write method. Okay, so here I'm just try to write file object dot write the method, and it will be take one mandatory argument that is called string. So the string will be copy in my data. So here I'm directly pass. So guys, just see, as of now, we don't have any rohit.webp. Now, whenever I'm just try to run this one, so guys, just see the output. It will be not giving any output because there will be no error. If you have any error, then only at that time it will be reflecting me the error. So if you see in our folder, one extra file will be created. The name will be rohit image.webp. Whenever I'm trying to open this file, the same image will become here. If I try to click on the image.webp, means the original file also, it will be also same. Now if I try to check in your local disk also, here it will be created the same thing. Okay, so this is the way we can take the image reference and we can create our own image. Okay, so this is all about our binary file using our file handling with the help of our different access mode that's available. Okay, so in the upcoming session we're trying to discuss more text file access mode, means these are the advanced access mode that's available. So in the upcoming session we are trying to discuss more about that. Okay guys, so that's all for this session. Thanks for watching. Triaright.